it's very cooked, and you know what's even crazy with all this is the fact that returning to office is still mandatory for a lot of people, but I think it applies differently, right? I mean, this kind of connects. So like I know people that they have to go in 5 days a week. However, it's like it's not work where you're working across time zones. For example, like you can go in at 6 a.m., be done with your day by 2 o'clock. Because it's just a matter of you doing your job and going home, which I think that's great. If I could go in 5 days a week or had to go in 5 days or work at 980 where I work 5 days one week and then or no, 5 days one week, 4 days the next week, but you're doing 9 hours a day. Especially if it's a situation where they're not like clocking you being physically in office, but it's just you have to go in office and then you have to have worked for 9 hours. Man, people like I'm not gonna say you shouldn't complain because obviously everyone's job is different, but that sure beats having to go in office and then having meetings at umpteen o'clock in the morning and umpteen o'clock at night because you're working across time zones where there is no cutoff time. Uh, but yeah, no, RTO, man, meetings, hours. I can say I had a meeting recently where everybody, when I say everyone in the meeting, literally everyone in the meeting in my building, on my floor, were all in office that day or in office at some point, right? And you know, RTO, they everyone's saying, "Oh, you got go back in, go back in, go back in. It's going to be so good for productivity." Still, I want somebody to attach some data. Please, somebody send us an email with some data supporting that. And also, because I've actually heard of studies where it's the opposite. It's not good the way the offices are laid, these open office spaces. But I'm not a psychologist, and I think other people should realize they're not as well. And in that meeting, out of I'm not gonna sit here and count. I want to say it was like 7 or 8 people in the meeting. Everyone was there. Only 2 of us actually met in person, right? And I talked to somebody else about this. They're like, "Well, I can't scroll my phone or I can't do other work while I'm in." And I'm like, are we not supposed to like be in the meeting actually present? And the meeting was useless too. Like it was somebody was like holding it up, actually not trying to get things done. Like, it was a very focused meeting, but one person didn't pre-read. People don't pre-read. People don't prepare for meetings. If you send a message longer than one sentence, it's too much reading. So it's like, what are we doing? Like, obviously, I don't know. It's different everywhere, but like
Yeah.
if people don't even want to meet in person because they want to do other things and not pay attention. And when they get called on in the meeting, they're like, "Huh? Can you repeat that?" It's like, what are we doing? And it's in person. Everyone's in office.
Crazy times, man.
And I know these are like luxury complaints, right? Like I'm sure somebody working at the 7-Eleven would say, "Hey, I would love to have this problem." Right? There's pros and cons about everything, man. There's pros and cons about everything.
I mean, I don't say that. I mean, even if there are people that would be blessed to be in a position. I don't think that takes away your right to have your fair share of complaints and reservations about a situation. I feel like
Yeah, for
I hate when
sure.
people say that. It's like, oh, you shouldn't complain because so and so would rather. There's no matter what situation you're in, there's always going to be a worse situation. So it's like I feel like that shouldn't take away. Obviously, like I said, as long as you're grateful and you're like appreciative of being in the situation, doesn't mean I can't have my own reservations about it. I mean, it's my life at the end of the day, right? So it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? So nah, man, I definitely empathize with you, bro. 'Cause I hear it over and over again, bro. Just how kind of like pointless it is just going in to do the exact same thing I do at home, which is join meetings virtually and listen in meetings virtually and work independently. So yeah,
Virtual meetings. Be in the same room. I've literally been in the same room with someone having a virtual one-on-one.
oh, that's nasty.
You get what I'm saying? So for all my people who are like, "Oh, I need to be in office because I struggle at home and I can't focus and I need in-person interaction." Go pick up a hobby, man. Go find something because I guarantee you, even if you are in office, and yes, I'm not discrediting your concern here. It's a valuable concern. You might thrive better with people to people interaction. I promise you, depending on who you work for or who you work with, you being in office is going to make it even worse because you feel isolated at home. Imagine how it feels being around other people who don't talk to each other. It's like isolation on top of being ignored, unless like just having people coughing or loudly laughing or spitting or doing whatever they're doing, stinking it up. You know what I mean? Like if those things help you, sure, fine, go do that. But I think people like we need to realize like life is short, bro, and we spend so much time working and at work. You blink and then your time is gone. Like I don't know, maybe my generation is the first to realize like the scam of all of this. Like work because like everything like there's more possible now than ever before. But that just means that the big dogs are able to just take advantage of you more because they're gonna be the first to get to it, and they're actively killing off everyone's passions. You wanna be a designer? AI. You wanna make music? AI. You wanna do art? AI. Like, this stuff is being stripped from
Yeah.
you in real time.